picturing the head in the cloud. Anyone of you guys ever seen it? Which one of you guys have seen it? You raise your hand up. If you have seen it, raise your hand up. You guys have seen it, right? Why no response? You have seen it, right? That's the spirit. You gotta keep the spirit going. Alright, I'm gonna let you in a secret today. Today at C Connect, we are bringing to you a celebrated artist in person, okay? He is 21 years old, self-learned digital artist and a medical student. Alright, mind you, who started off of a minimalism photography and slowly getting into modern conceptual editing via Adobe Photoshop. So without further ado, let's welcome the young and brilliant Mr. Ronald Ong.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ronald. As you'll see here, I'm an Instagrammer, but wait. I wouldn't call myself an Instagrammer first because I would like to introduce myself, who I actually am, okay? You know, before I get on the stage, I have to be honest, I'm really nervous, okay? I was like sitting at the audience, the guests in there, I was like looking up like, wow, they're all professionals. They can speak like 20 minutes, 40 minutes, straight away, non-stop, sharing their lessons. But for me, I'm not a professional, okay? So I'm just gonna tell my story. That's what I've been trying to do through creating my art. So, me, I'm from Penang. Anyone else from Penang? Penang? Yeah, Penang, I see you all Penangites. Okay. So my aim today was to share my story. Through my story, I want you all to feel inspired. But how? There are so many young, talented people out there doing their work online, or maybe they're struggling through their dreams, finding a way to get a place in the world. It's alright, I understand that. But you should never forget that it is always about you. Focus on your dreams and then you go chase after your dreams and then you achieve it. Okay? So, this is... Okay, so I'm gonna... Wait. Can I have the... Okay. Sorry, there were just some minor interruptions. Okay. So, how do I call myself? A self-learned digital artist? I don't know. How do you want to call it? Social media influencer, Instagrammer, anything. But I always stay true to myself that I'm a person that chases after my dreams and this is my passion. So that's what I would call myself because I don't really like labels like, oh, you're the self-learned digital artist. How do you call it self-learned? What do you call yourself, digital artist? Are you a professional? No, I'm just doing what I love. So I guess this is very important. Okay. You might thought that I would put a picture of myself up there showing you all the lesson of the life, like throughout the journey of my life, but no, this is me, just like anyone else, ordinary. I didn't feel special because I have a certain numbers on social media or anything. We're just learning from each other. So, what am I? Staring into non-existential future? I guess you all might feel that too. You might be wondering that I'm gonna grow up to be like an artist, I'm gonna grow up to be like a lawyer, a doctor, whatever you all want to be, call yourself, okay? And this is me, lost as always, to be honest, even until now. I think there's a crisis. You know this? Creator of Adam. Why do I call myself, why do I Photoshop myself inside there? You can tell that I have pretty bad Photoshop skills. I just like overlay it on top of that. Don't judge me. This is where the magic happens. The inspired touch enlightens me. like I'm the brightest star, but no. You're just ordinary, you're Ronald. You're always Ronald. Looking confused, right? Okay. You were wondering why I put images of, they have like watermarks all over it. I think that's illegal to use. Like those already watermark photos, to create photos, to use that. You know what? I don't care. Why would I put this up? I want to tell you all, the reason why I would start creating composite images is because I have a passion in terms of drawing when I was young. And when I was young, when I went to school, I would literally like scribble, like draw some random ugly things on the paper or anything. And my kindergarten teacher will still remember me because I actually like vandalized on the wall. I have a few friends, I always like share the crayons, we just draw, we just keep on drawing, like, whereas like, I'm skillful person. You can see that this is how I actually draw, okay? And then, oh, nowadays in kids or kindergartens, they always like to encourage us to draw, coloring, color within the borders, am I right? Just color, keep on coloring. You have to make yourself to color as well as leave as little white spaces as possible in the coloring. That's what the teacher tell you. And then they will always award you with something if you find it like, oh, it's very pretty, oh, you do it really well. They will, they will like award you. They'll say, oh, you should color like this. There's a proper way of teaching them to do things correctly. It's always been there for the whole time. We have been admitting that this is the way we should do it. Like we should color it, pink color, pepper pink, I don't know, or anything else, ingredients, that, very artistic things to do with that. But I disagree with that. I feel like always feel being stranded in the box. You limit yourself within the lines that are given by someone else, which is not the thing that you want. So I try to go beyond the borders. I try not to do this, but I ended up scribbling on the wall. At home, it actually happened when I moved to a new house. Because you haven't finished the painting, I would actually draw on the wall. Anything. And my parents would wear mad. It's like, why are you doing all these things? We need to paint the wall. Get a new piece of paper and draw your things on the wall. Not like this, okay? My parents are really strict. They know I'm here today. Actually, I want to invite them to here, but I cannot make that because my parents are busy or that. But today's my dad's birthday. I actually want to give it as a present for him to, like see me on the stage for the first time, facing so many crowd. And I've never been so proud of this. So, woo! He's in US right now. I hope he sees this. My friend is recording this, and I'm really proud of being myself and being on here. I can never understand why am I still here. Like, why? This is crazy, You get it? It's like something has just happened in your life, like, whoa, you're on the stage. I never spoke in front of 40 people, okay? When they message me, it's like, you have 1,000 attendees waiting for you. You are speaking in front of 1,000 attendees, like, what? Seriously? 1,000 attendees? I cannot imagine. So, when I thought I was really good in drawing all that, I thought like, oh no, it's time for me to get like some awards or all that, dreaming of success like every other people. You know what? Nowadays, till today, I don't understand what is success. It feels so vague for me. How do I actually define success? I might be comparing myself to others all the time because it has been an issue for me to I compare myself with other digital artists who may be better than me. I define that as success. But sometimes it will hurt you so much that you find that you should just focus on yourself instead of just feeling like, oh, I didn't get enough. I always focus on things that I don't have. No, that's not what it is. After growing up, sometimes I realized that my dreams battle between being a doctor or digital artist. I'm a medical student right now, doing my year 4. I still don't know why I can survive the year 4 after nights and nights of working on Photoshops. Even before exams, I studied literally like 3 days before exam. I have a lot of reports to do. Medical school is not a fun thing to deal with. But lecturers will understand, oh, you're doing things on Instagram, how about your study? They are worried about me. It's like, I think I studied, but when I went inside there, I knew that, you know what, it's part of a life. You have to earn something to do something, right? It's quite normal. Yeah. Everyone else thinking that becoming a doctor is a very ideal job. In fact, this is a reality, but I don't feel this. Why? Because you define your dream. You get to define what is the thing that you want to do with your life. I may be enjoying it, just like how I enjoy doing the digital artist work. So I started off thinking that I'm taking photographs. I saw a lot of online people, they always take a really nice photograph, really minimalistic photograph through their phones, through their cameras, very advanced things, but all I have is a phone. Nothing else. A phone. I was like, how do I do this? You know, like every single people, they have advanced technologies to create some really cool stuff, but I only have a phone. So I just take pictures, and more pictures, and more pictures. Oh, one day, I realized that, you know what? Having a fine skills, having a really advanced technology, DSLR, anything, doesn't actually define your artwork. You define your artwork, what you want it to be. It is you that you put yourself inside there to show what the world wants to see. So I was scrolling my phone. I was like, oh, cool pictures. And cool pictures. I was like, oh, can I do minimalist photography? I'm lazy. It's very simple. You know, maybe you can gain some followers on Instagram, some 500, maybe 500 followers by doing minimalist photography. That's how I started off doing minimalist photography since 2016. This is how I started off. I asked my friends to become model for me because I cannot travel anywhere else to shoot. I don't have a camera, I don't have a car. Me and a phone. Taking photos in my university. I'm from Utah anyways, so this is the university. And then I realized that, oh, I can actually do more. You know, I can actually manipulate them on Photoshop. That's how I discovered Photoshop. When Photoshop comes in, I was like, I can actually tell my stories right now. It's a time for me to share my visions in my dreams. This is how it looks like. Okay, I like to deal with clouds, moons, and all that things. So when December 2016, it all happens to blow up with these one images over here. This is what happened when people always say that, oh, realistic things look nicer. But the magic of realism is actually at the virtual part. This is how you define the story. So, moving on to more images, it evolves. And there's one thing that always people say, you have to create a certain art styles to keep your feed, Instagram feed, you know that, to make it look cohesive. There's a pattern of it, of the way that people tell you to do things, to make your color things should look like that. I don't care. It's just me messing up all the colors. Can you see that? Saturated back then. Very saturated. But then I gave myself a try that, you know, it's time to change. It's not about achieving what you want, but the process of changing that makes you feel that you're actually accomplishing new things. You're learning new skills every single day. So actually how I learned all these skills, I learned it online. You know, you just YouTube. How to create a composite in 5 minutes. How to cut out a moon. How to cut out a window from the airplane. How to color the images, how to make the images look more saturated. That's what I Googled. And then that's what I YouTube and watch. 5 minutes later, I was like, okay, it's time to do this. I learned from no one. I didn't go to any editing schools. I didn't go to have any, subscribe to any expensive lessons to gain myself the skills. And this is all I have. And that's why I want you all to understand the point that everything is possible. No matter what goal throughs in your life, you always have a turn in that. See, these are all the images. My concept was mainly focusing on making something simple, but then it looks dreamy at the same time. Because we always focus on complicated things, we try to make things more complicated, but we forgot about simple and little things in our life. Like, even a bicycle can become inspiration. Even a cloud can be something like a vape, or what do you call that? It's up to your definitions. That's what I want to tell through the images. How I created these images, I started to use my own photos, but I realized that because the quality wasn't that good, I always try to go for stock websites like Unsplash or Pixabay, where you get the free images, and I just manipulate it on Photoshop. So this is how it all happens. You can see my images. And this is actually one of my favorite, the one on the right side. It was just an idea that struck you very suddenly. Because the clouds actually mimics the tree, the leaves. So I was looking at the tree, I was thinking, oh, I love clouds. Why don't I just blend these two ideas together and make it look like a new concept that now someone has never done before. And there it goes, bam. How inspired by this image? The environmental problems has been arising lately for all these years, that we know that plastic usage is causing a lot of problems. So that's how the images happen. And for this, I got my sister as a model for the left side. It's just very random ideas that go through my mind, and I just want to show it to y'all. They are all really close to reality kind of images. So this is a before and after of images that I did. And you can tell that from dreaming, why do you post something very scary? There was a time that I decided that I need to change again. I always keep on changing my style up. Always keep on changing. Because when you stick to one thing, it will make you feel boring. But I don't want to make my passions bore me. I want it to be something new and inspiring for others, so I change it up. This is the MACD, what do you call that? The Happy Meal thing, the Happy Meal box that you got from MACD's. I was just randomly boring. One day I just went to the MACD, saw the Happy Meal box. It looked so creepy. So I just bought one for myself. And when I post it, I tell everyone that do not eat MACD's, do not do that, do this, do that. It's very scary. They're actually tricking the kids into buying this. You can see the tiny kids there. But in the end, I bought one for myself. That's the sarcasm of it. So for these images, I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen this before. These images went super viral. It was a random idea where I was eating a banana. And for the right one, it started beginning on a hybrid series, combining weird things together. Does that look weird? What is the shark and the bird combined together? I don't know. It happens. It happens in my brain, so don't ask me. People will ask me oh, where do you get this idea? Where do you get this idea? I was like, I don't know. I woke up one day, I look at something, I feel oh, it's a good idea to do this. It happens. And look at the left images. What does it look like? It's like an egg. I was frying an egg. This happens. So it's all the little simple things that happens in life that actually gives you the biggest sparks in terms of imagination and inspirations. And also the fox. These are before and after images. I'm just going to show a really brief one. And there goes the Lion King poster inspired by the Lion King that's coming out soon in July. And actually they invited me to be part of the Lion King. They invited me to produce an alternate poster, so you guys might have a look around when the movie is coming. You'll see a lot of posters coming out. And you might see mine. I will show it when it's coming on my social media account. So yeah, this is inspired by another movie, WALL-E. Look at the dandelion thing. Just the same thing. I saw a dandelion and it happens to just pop out in my brain. I was like, I need to blend something like a plant with an animal. I was thinking, oh yeah, I got this. And another one, the ostrich and the snail. Yeah, this is me getting to where I am today. I'm not expecting this at all. I'm still feeling very surreal when Photoshop approached me for these images. I was like, I'm going to use this image for the whole year, on Photoshop. I was like, really? But don't tell others, because I've been using pirated Photoshops before I could afford this. I don't know if Adobe will actually sue me for telling this, but chill. What I'm trying to say is, pirated, non-pirated or what, use it. Why? Because it brings you success. I'm not supporting pirated work, but I'm telling y'all that use the tool you have. It's about the tool that matters. The tool and your imagination and your story. So I want y'all to tell your story in your own way. Pirate or no pirate, up to you, okay? But I'm using Adobe CC 2019 not pirated, okay? I'm using the real version one. So all I want to say is, all the crap talk that happens in front, you have more skill doesn't mean that you're guaranteed success. You have the finest version of technology doesn't mean you guarantee success. What guarantees success? Your stories, being yourself. Passion is everything, the future is yours. Don't quit. It always happens to me that I almost quit because of the numbers, of the people criticism telling me that I'm not good enough. It happens on social media a lot. The people tell you, oh, you have to change this, change that, change your behavior, you post, change the way you edit it, make it look nicer, or more people will follow you, do this, do that. In the end, you are like a working machine. You're like a working machine. People are telling you to do things that they want to see because that's the definition of beauty. What is the definition of beauty to yourself? So, don't quit. I want you all to work hard. The determination that matters. It has been a long journey for me and it's not stopping soon. So all the best to your future, and this is me signing off. Thank you.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, big round of